It's too late. It's too late.
Rise and grind, baby. Let's go. Yo, what is going on, my people? Welcome to a brand new video. Thank you for showing out, bringing the energy, bringing the vibe to the channel once again. I appreciate you guys. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Jeroy. Most people know me by Slick. So obviously, guys, these last few days have been some sad days, right? They've been some sad days of the loss of Kobe Bryant, a legend, his daughter who was going to be a legend, and then those families that lost their lives too. And I'm sure they were all amazing people. That being said, guys, I said on my Instagram that energy never dies. I'm a strong believer in energy, spirituality. Those are my thing. Everything is made up of energy. Quantum mechanics. There's energy connecting me to this plant right here. There's literally energy connecting us. And with that being said, as an athlete, as a human being, I could take that Kobe Bryant energy that inspired me through the TV, through the games I went and saw him in person, and let it fuel me, let it burn a fire inside of me to do amazing things, not just for myself, but for others too. So you can always do something with that emotional energy you're feeling. I have a new routine that I'm going to be getting into today that's going to be very informative to some of you guys, and all the studies have came from this book right here, Strength Training Anatomy. This is my book, everything I need to know about strength training when it comes to muscles, whatever muscles I'm working, how to do workouts. I refer to this book right here by Frederick Delavere. Before we get going, let's start the day off with a quote of the day by the man himself, Kobe Bryant.
He bodied it. Kobe meant to me and the admiration. I'm okay. Good.
But I just thought that the whole story of that way, I thought spoke really. It should be.
Yeah, now that breakfast is over, time to get ready for the gym. And now we're ready to go, baby. See you guys over there. Okay, so today's workout fuel is going to be this Body Armor drink right here, fruit punch flavor. Shout out to Kobe, man. Superior hydration. This is one of those drinks that, this is basically my pre-workout. Every once in a while, I like to get this. Electrolytes, you got your vitamins in here. Basically, the better Gatorade. And then right here, we have Core Hydration, aka vegan water. Looking forward to an amazing workout. Like I said, guys, today I'm going to be training legs and core, which I'm very excited about, especially because I'm adding new things to my lower body routine, which is really going to help me improve my overall body strength. The time is now. What's going on, guys? So for this part of the video, I figured I would throw in a little bit of commentary to give you guys more direction on what's actually going on, since this is one of my new leg workout routines, I guess you could say. I'm adding new things to my leg workout routine, my lower body routine. And to start off, I'm starting off with a little bit of knee stabilization on this little half medicine ball right here, or this little half exercise ball. That way I can make sure that when I'm doing leg workouts, or when I'm making certain cuts, when I'm playing sports or whatever, any type of athletic work, I'm making sure that my knees are nice and strong. Also warming up the body while doing this. Right after this, I went to go warm up my spine and my hips. Now, a lot of people don't realize that when you're doing especially lower body or upper body, that your joints are some of the most important areas. So when you're doing lower body, you want to make sure that your ankles are warmed up. You want to make sure that your knees are warmed up. You want to make sure that your hips are warmed up. So while I'm doing this stretch right here, I'm warming up my spine, my back, I'm warming up my hips, I'm warming up my knees, I'm warming up my lower body. That's exactly what I'm doing. And at the same time, by doing these little ankle circles, I'm warming up my ankles, making sure that my ankles are warmed up. That way I don't lack any mobility while I'm doing my lower body exercises. So I would say a mass majority of you guys know that I start off or end all my workouts by warming up my core, or sometimes both. Now the core is super important because the way I see it, it's like the brain of the body. If you want to have a nice strong spine, you don't want to mess up your spine. So you have to have a strong core because it's all connected. Your torso, your obliques, your lower back, everything has to be nice and strong. And a nice strong core is super handy dandy when it comes to sports, when it comes to your lifts in the gym. You want to have a strong core. So I'm always working on that. hyper extensions. I have fell in love with this movement. This movement is great for guys and girls. This movement is great for strengthening the lower body, strengthening the posterior chain, strengthening the lumbar. The lumbar is the lower back, and a lot of people deal with lower back injuries, so you want to make sure that it's nice and strong. This is great for your glutes. This is great for your hamstrings, and this is how I like to start all of my leg workouts. This is something that I started doing as of probably a month ago, and I do it every single time when I'm getting ready to work on lower body work. So right here you guys see me working on squats, warming up with the bar. And one thing you guys will notice throughout the videos, if you haven't already, is I take extreme pride in warming up, and I take extreme pride in making sure I'm doing things properly to my knowledge, because I've trained wrong before. Majority of people in the gym have trained or done something wrong before, and I want to train for the long run, so I don't make sure I'm doing things properly. And last year I learned the term morphology, and morphology means your body type. That's basically what it means. So you have short limb people and you have long limb people. I'm obviously a long limb person. I'm 6'6", super tall, right? And I gotta make sure that I'm doing things properly. I have a longer femur than the shorter person. So when it comes to squats, it's a great movement. It's great for your muscular system. It's great for building all around strength, and I will continue to do this movement. But being a tall person, having a very long femur, we tend to lean forward more when we are doing squats. And if you add too much weight while doing squats, progressive overload, adding more weight, it can become more and more dangerous. So when it comes to squats, I just want to make sure that I am building strength and I am progressing, but I'm not trying to race to the finish line. I'm not trying to compete with anybody else. I'm competing with myself, and I'm paying attention to my body and how I feel, because the last thing I want is injury. So training for the long run, love doing squats, but I got to make sure that I'm doing these things, properly. Excuse my voice throughout this video. My voice might be sounding a little crazy, but I had class the other day. One of the students that came into the gym was coughing all over his hands. I look at this little boy, I'm like, boy, who raised you, man? Cough on your sleeve at least. Next thing you know, the next day your boy got sick. Crazy. It's all good though, I'm gonna be all right. I got my ginger tea, I got my lime, I'm gonna be all right. Right here, I'm working on some lunges, guys. Not much to say here. I've said before that every single workout, especially when I'm doing lower body, I'm going to isolate my legs, or isolate maybe my arms, or isolate maybe my shoulders. That way you know if you have any imbalances. That way you can really focus on that arm or that leg specifically. A lot of people have imbalances on the gym, and this is a great way to find that out. So doing some lunges, walking. And now, one of the biggest changes to my leg routine, the hack squat. Now, one of the areas I wasn't genetically gifted in when it comes to size is my legs. My dad has skinny legs. I have always had skinny legs. But being an athlete, you don't train for size when it comes to legs unless that's a goal of yours. You work on agility, you work on it for speed, you want to be more agile, be more explosive. So I've never really trained for leg size, but now I want to build my legs a little bit more. And how I mentioned morphology earlier. Doing the squat isn't the best way for taller people to build quad size, but doing the hack squat, you can really focus in on building quad size. And I'll tell you right now, after 3 to 4 sets of doing the hack squat, I feel like my quads ready to explode. I feel like they're ready to pop out of these Nike compressions you guys see on my legs right now. So definitely we'll be adding a little bit more accessory work, which means machines and stuff like that. Doing certain machines that aren't bad for your knees, because I don't want to do anything that's bad for the knees, but I do want to build more quad size, just a little bit. Now, one of the final movements of the day, which I love so much, the kettlebell swings. You got to make sure you're doing this one properly, and it's got to be controlled. You don't want to round the back, and make sure your back is straight so you don't mess up your spine. Great for explosiveness when it comes to athletes. Great for strengthening your glutes, your hamstrings. Great for strengthening the posterior chain. Great for guys and girls. Kettlebell swings. Back at the cribbo. I'm feeling amazing after that leg workout, after that core workout. That workout was executed almost perfectly. I want to say that was almost a perfect workout. Now I'm about to get into my little post-protein shake. You know, we gotta get those gains going, baby. Let me show you guys what I'm working with. A couple of videos ago, I showed you guys the new plant-based protein powder I'm taking. This plant-based protein powder is freaking amazing. Remember, you do not have to be vegan or plant-based to have a plant-based protein powder. It's so much better for you. Even LeBron James takes plant-based protein powders after every workout. Did you know that? So this one right here is by Orgain. Good amount of calories, good amount of carbs and proteins. And then also you get your organic chia seeds, and chia seeds are really good for you. Organic cocoa, vegan, non-GMO. We don't need any of those chemicals in the stuff that we're taking. Soy-free, gluten-free, lactose-free. Let me show you guys how I get down. Obviously, there's not rocket science to make a protein shake. It's very simple. It's only 2 steps. But if you want to make an ultimate protein shake, that's going to include more ingredients. Maybe you want more carbs. Maybe you want more proteins. Then that's what you would throw in your NutriBullet or your blender to get more out of the shake. Today, I'm going to keep it fairly simple because I'm going to be eating a meal right after this. I just want to get something in my system right after my workout. So I always use almond milk. This is a new almond milk I found at H-E-B. Oh, never mind. This is not the right one. This is the one right here. The reason I started taking this one because there's less sugar in this one and it still tastes so freaking good. But right now, because this is still fresh, I'm going to use this one. Always start with the liquid first. That way the protein powder doesn't get stuck at the bottom of the shaker. So you pour it up. Get about 8 ounces in there, 8 to 10 ounces of the almond milk. 2 scoops of the Orgain protein powder, and 2 scoops. And then I'm gonna take my little blender ball right here, throw it in there, ready to go. Screw on the top. Very easy. You know, if you work a busy job, you wanna stay on top of your diet, you wanna get your plants in, or you wanna get your protein in, get yourself a blender bottle like this. That way you guys can stay on top of your game because the time is now. We don't got time to waste. So quick protein shake right after my workout. Got to make sure I'm feeling the body, keeping the mind sharp. Got to make sure I'm feeling the body so that I can recover from the training I'm doing. That's most important.
It's too late. It's too late.